All right. All right, good afternoon. It is December 28th, 2023. It is a Thursday. Today I made about, what did I make? Oh, not even connected. Let's check out the demo account. I made about $335. So the account now sits at $101,952.58. So almost up 2% on it. And we had a lot going on the chart today, and I was able to employ a lot of things that I have been working on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wipe everything that was up here, and let's rewind time back to, let's go 9:15, and let's go on to a bigger time frame. So when I came in this morning, price hasn't really had a strong impulsive displacement up since yesterday, and we just kind of bounced around here and consolidated. So when I came into the morning, I was looking for shorts because market is failing to rally higher and create significant displacement higher. And also, too, this pink highlighted box is an indicator that I've been using that helps me identify breakers, breaker blocks for the 2022 model, but this is a bearish breaker block right here. So I'm going to turn that off, but I came into the morning and seen that we did have a shift in structure. And I also happened to look at the 30-minute time frame, but we happened to have a little market structure shift there, and we manipulated this high up here, and we had manipulated this high back here. So we kind of created a three drive pattern at those highs. So I came in looking for shorts and market opened. Let's scale down. So market had opened, turn this breaker back on, and I had already seen that this had occurred and we had a valid market structure shift. So at this point, why does it keep doing that? So at this point, I was for sure looking for shorts. I just wasn't sure where at this point. So we displaced and let's run to market open. So market open is here. I'm actually not quite remembering where my executions were. So let's take a look at that. All right, wonderful. So there is my execution in the 9:30. Oh wait, nope, the 9:40 5-minute fair value gap. So let's go back in time. So price had displaced lower. We have a bearish breaker on pretty much all time frames. So when we have a breaker on almost all time frames and we have a market structure shift on almost all time frames, that is a very strong indicator that price can go lower. And we have a three drive pattern and we're failing to rally higher. We're not displacing very heavily over these highs. And then we have a shift of structure. This is a really good 2022 model short, in my opinion. So going to a 5-minute, market opens. Nope, that is not 9:30. So let's go back. So market opens and we wick back up into this breaker and we continue to break down again. So right before market opened, I seen that we had displaced and had a breaker on all time frames, and I did want to take a short inside of this breaker and this 5-minute fair value gap, but and my stop would have been a close above where would have been above this fair value gap. So yes, that wick goes through, but I would not have got stopped. But with market being there, or with market open being so close, I did not want to take that trade because of fear of manipulation. So let's see. So I was going to take that, but I didn't because I was following my rules. So then we have another shift of structure down here, and we do leave a 5-minute, oh, that is not what I wanted, but we do leave a 5-minute fair value gap. So at this point, I am still thinking we go lower, and I'm thinking we go lower because on the higher time frames, we're kind of bombing through all of this, and this 4-hour fair value gap down here, we have continued to respect it 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5, about 5 times, and then continued to move higher. So I am looking for us to retrace down to continue higher, possibly near equilibrium of this price leg. Oh. So market is shifting down, and I am looking to take a short out of this 5-minute fair value gap, and there is a breaker in line as well. So now we have a breaker and a fair value gap in line, which is what I like to take my shorts out of, or not my longs as well. But my stop was right here, but my soft stop is also a close through this 5-minute fair value gap. And my first target was going to be, we have a very nice little 15-minute low, or 15-minute sell side liquidity right inside of this, what would that be? Kind of breakaway gap. Sorry, not a breakaway gap, but a nice little 15-minute low sitting inside of a fair value gap. And from my draw on liquidity video, I had said that lows inside of fair value gaps, or highs or lows inside of fair value gaps, can be strong draws on liquidity. So that would have been my first take profit, and my second take profit would have been, oh, that's 15-minute. My second take profit would have been the top of this 30-minute fair value gap, and it could have also been at the top of this 30-minute BPR, balanced price range. So 5-minute comes in. We did not take this liquidity. If we had taken this liquidity and then came up to the 5-minute fair value gap, I probably would not have taken this trade. So price enters me in and then immediately moves down to the take profit for, what was that? Nice little 1 to 1.5, we can say, if that's where the candle would have closed, or a 1 to 1.2 if we're going off the hard stop. I did only have one contract as I'm not confident in the market with it being so close to the end of the year, but I would have been almost all out at the top of this 30-minute fair value gap because I am expecting price to go higher. So just going back over that again, coming into the morning, 3 drive pattern. We're not displacing above any highs. Boom, big bearish candle down. We have a market structure shift on almost all time frames. We have a market structure shift, and we have a bearish breaker block on almost all time frames too. Market opens. It taps and respects this bearish breaker, moves down, makes another shift in structure, and then creates a 5-minute fair value gap with a breaker. I enter when price comes to the 5-minute fair value gap with a limit order and take it down to this nice little sell side liquidity sitting inside of a fair value gap. And there, since I only had one contract, I was all out there. My second contract, if I had one, I would have been all out here. And if I had three, sorry, not all out, but I would have been out of my second one there. And if I had three, I would have for sure been all out of all my positions at this BPR because this BPR is a very strong PD array for us to reverse off of. So that is what I have for trades this morning. I still do think we continue higher. And when I had left, I got off after this trade. And when I had left, I had told the Discord, hey, I left when the price was about right here. And I just told the Discord, hey, I would expect price to go lower. There's a 30-minute fair value gap below us. Be wary because I don't think we're going to continue down the whole day, but I do expect price to get to this into this 30-minute fair value gap and possibly this 30-minute BPR. And let's run back out of price, and that does end up happening. And on the 30-minute time frame, we respect the 30-minute BPR like I had thought would happen, and we are past equilibrium of this range, so but we are not heavily displacing through it, and we're respecting the BPR. So overall, the day was very good, but also too, I got to experiment with standard deviation and still struggling sometimes to learn where that goes all the time. But if we standard deviate from the manipulation, manipulate the bottom, manipulate the top, standard deviation, high to low, look where price, if this is a sell model, price came down, bounced off two standard deviations, rallied, sliced right through, and we did leave, oh no, it's not a breakaway gap, but we kept going down, and boom, four standard deviations, hit it, we do not go past it, and we eventually do end up coming past it, but I've been experimenting with that, and I have been liking it for using it to predict how far these models can go. But overall, day was good, up $335. Account is almost up 2%. Good trade, really good 2022 model short, and eventually it just pops when you people starting the 2022 model. It can be frustrating when you don't see things all the time, but at some point it will pop. I got on this morning. Oh, look, we shifted structure down. We manipulated buy side liquidity twice, and we had a hard shift down, and we're respecting the fair value gaps and the breakers too. So we have two PD arrays pushing us down, three drive pattern, not moving above the highs and displacing above the highs. So two PD arrays pushing us down and two extra confluences pushing us down. So overall, very good day. But everybody have a good rest of your day and good luck tomorrow.